up, everyone? So today I am going to show you how to remove the starter on a Vanagon. I have a 1985 Volkswagen Vanagon 1.9 liter. It's a manual. I actually have the new starter in, but I just got the bushing for it, which looks like this right here. This bad boy. I gotta put this bushing in, so I have to take it back out. Okay, I just connected battery terminals. Next, you're gonna want to remove the air filter tank and then this boot. Pretty easy, just pull it off. The next thing you're gonna want to do is remove the bolts. There are two bolts. This is the starter right there. Right there, you'll see it. And this one is kind of like tricky. The top bolt right here, my finger is touching it right here. I kind of loosened it already, and then I realized I should probably make a video for this. But anyways, when I looked online and at videos of how people took out their starter, went about it, sorry, is this really dark? Okay, there you go. When people went about taking out the starter, what they did is they needed to get a 8mm Torx like drill bit screw type of thing, and I looked everywhere for it and I could not find it anywhere. So what I ended up doing is I bought this 8mm Allen wrench, and what works really well is you don't have to go under the car for this. You take this, you put it on the inside there where my hand was, hold it in there, and then you take a wrench and then you loosen the nut from the other side. And I'm just using 11/16, that's the one that works. I don't know the exact measurement of it, and I think my way is the easiest way, honestly, out of everything that I went to look up. Yep. So I got the Allen and I got the wrench. I'm gonna go behind, hold the Allen wrench here on the nut, and then I'm gonna take on the bolt. So the Allen wrench is holding the bolt still, and I'm gonna take this wrench and I'm going to loosen up the nut, but it's loose already. So now I'm just gonna take my hand and completely remove the nut, and now the bolt will just slide right out. That is the easiest way to do it, my friends. Okay, the next part is to undo the electronics back there. It's on the side, it's kind of a cable, and you legit just have to pull it. You feel like, it seems like you might break it, you just pull that bad boy, the small one. And then right behind it is where the battery connects to the starter, and it has a cap on it, so you just gotta move the cap over, and then there's a bolt. That bolt is 13mm, and you just take a wrench and you loosen it up. So let me grab that. So I got my 13mm socket wrench, and go back there. I try to do everything from the top so I don't have to go underneath the car, but that last, to pull out the starter, you're gonna need to go underneath the car from the top. Oh, and the washer just dropped on the ground. There you go, there's the nut. Keep it somewhere safe. I'm not gonna bring the camera down there because that's kind of like sketch. Okay, before I go under, so I don't have to go back in and out underneath, because it's a pain to slide under there, especially since I'm not lifting it at all. I'm gonna take care of the bushing while I'm under there also. And what you have to do is, once the starter gets pulled out, so I'm gonna do that, pull out starter, the bushing, you could just feel it with your fingers. Stick your hand inside the little hole, the little circle thing that it's coming from, and there's like a hole in it. Well, this little bushing is sitting inside the hole, and you gotta change this bad boy out. So there's a tool that you could get. It's like 50 bucks. I looked it up. It's specifically made for removing bushings, but I find that to be not worth it for 50 bucks for something I'm gonna use once. Pretty much everywhere else says to buy a little tap, and to tap the bushing, stick it in there, and then just pull it out. 7/16 tap. I also watched 2 different videos about how to remove the starter and the bushing, and I'll actually link it below so you can know like how I learned how to do this. But yeah, so once that bushing's out, I'm gonna put the starter back in, and then it should be good to go. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you take the bushing out. So there's the tap. It kind of, threads the the bushing, you kind of push it in and it'll catch onto it, and then you just pull it out and it should just come right out. Getting it in though, I actually thought you were gonna be able to just put this bushing in, you know, just be able to pop it in that little slit, but actually it was a lot more difficult than that. What I ended up doing for the new one that's in there was I just threaded it a little bit with the tap, just a little bit, because I don't know if that would be bad or not. And then once I threaded it in with the tap a little bit, I took like the back of this socket wrench and just like banged it in until it came out. And then I removed the tap from the drill, and then I just yanked it out. Actually, I didn't yank it out, I kind of like wiggled it out, and then now it's in there. So I connected everything back in, the electronics, the 2 bolts, I put in the boot and the air filter housing, and now it is good to go. This is how it sits in the engine bay like this. And what you gotta do is you gotta undo this this bolt, and this thing is the stupid annoying Torx, 8mm Torx that you gotta find. But this is the one where I stuck the Allen wrench here, 8mm, and then the nut was on this side, and I just held the Allen wrench here and then took a wrench and undid the nut from this side so I didn't have to go under, because this it's hard to see from underneath the van. And then there's this one, and this thing was stupid because I literally, it's 15mm on this bottom bolt, and that's the only size that I didn't have. So I picked up a 15mm wrench and I was able to get this one out, and I had to go under the car for this one. So those are the only 2 bolts that you have to pull out for the starter. So they're electrics in the back. This is where the battery wire is, and you gotta there's a nut, and you gotta unscrew the nut here, and I think it's 10mm or 13. And then after that you will pull those wires out, and then you just gotta pull this. There's another one that attaches right underneath there, and you just yank it out. At first I was really scared to do it because I thought I was gonna break it, but you just literally just yank it out. So that's it. So the 2 bolts, this one you don't have to get under, this one you gotta get under, and then these I didn't get under to pull these, I just unscrewed them. So the only thing that you need to get under is for this one. There's that. If you have any questions, you could just put it in the comments.